Hello everyone, welcome to edupediaworld.com. This is your video lecturer Vomika Soni, and in the current video lecture, I will explain one more experiment on photosynthesis. In this video lecture, I will explain about the experiment to demonstrate that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. Also, I will tell the significance of photosynthesis and a brief description to carbon cycle. So let's begin with the experiment. The aim of the experiment is to demonstrate that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. Requirements are potted croton plant, iodine solution, beaker, we need boiling tube, Bunsen burner and 70% alcohol, water, forceps, dropper, watch glass. Then, after these requirements are done, the procedure starts with detaching a leaf from a potted croton plant. Then we have to boil the leaf in water for a few minutes. After boiling the leaf in water, we have to put the leaf in the test tube containing boiling alcohol. This will lead to the release of chlorophyll and the leaf will become pale. The chlorophyll will release in the alcohol and the leaf will become pale. Then we have to take out the leaf and wash it with water. As you can see that we have taken out the leaf and we are washing it in water. Next we have to spread the leaf on watch glass and put a few drops of iodine solution on the leaf. The green part of the leaf becomes blue-black and the non-green part becomes brownish. This was what we observe after adding iodine to the leaf. Now what is the inference? The inference is that starch is formed only in green parts of leaf by photosynthesis. Hence, chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. So this was all about the experiment. Now I will explain the significance of photosynthesis one by one. See, photosynthesis is the most important and basic process which sustains life on this earth. It has manifold significance. First of all, for food. All animals including humans depend on organic matter for food material manufactured by plants for survival. See, non-green plants like fungi and bacteria obtain their nourishment from decaying organic matter which comes from dead animals and plants. Photosynthesis releases oxygen into the atmosphere. It is the only method which releases oxygen in atmosphere and keep the oxygen concentration constant. Green plants therefore serve as the oxygen bank for the whole world. Besides providing energy as food, photosynthesis has led to the formation of large reserves of energy in the form of coal, petroleum, wood and biomass. And there is one more significance of photosynthesis in respect to maintain the carbon dioxide concentration in the atmosphere. The carbon dioxide released due to the respiration of a living organism is being incorporated in glucose during photosynthesis. Hence, photosynthesis helps to keep the carbon dioxide concentration in the atmosphere constant. So this was all about the significance of photosynthesis. Next, we will discuss about carbon cycle. See, all carbon in nature comes from the atmosphere, which consists of 0.03% of carbon dioxide. Green plants use up the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere for photosynthesis and release it during respiration or indirectly through other means. The various processes involved in carbon cycle are photosynthesis, respiration, death and decay, combustion of fuel, etc. The various processes of carbon cycle operating in nature are described one by one. First of all, we all know about photosynthesis. Green plants can use carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and convert it into carbohydrates. Next, is respiration. All plants and animals release carbon dioxide in the atmosphere during respiration. Then death and decay. Bacteria and fungi decompose the remains of dead plants and animals due to breakdown of organic matter, release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Then combustion of fuel. Dead organic matter of plants and microorganisms is converted to wood, coal, petroleum and natural gas, which are used as fuels. On combustion, the fuels, due to breakdown of organic matter, release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Then food chains. Through food chains, the food that is containing carbon in the carbohydrates and other products passes on from plants to animals. Carbon is an essential element of the body tissues of both plants and animals. Carbon dioxide is also present in water bodies. See, here you can see the carbon cycle. Here you can see how the organic compounds in green plants release carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Some do it through fossilization, in which carbon in fossil fuels, and then when it is combusted, it releases carbon dioxide in atmosphere. Some release carbon dioxide through respiration. Some release it through organic compounds in plants. And there are several other ways through which organic compounds in green plants release carbon dioxide in atmosphere. Then you can see here that limestone, certain amount of carbon dioxide is released during heating or burning of limestones in lime kilns. Also, when the amount of carbon dioxide in atmosphere undergoes considerable change, carbon dioxide present in the water bodies helps to maintain its equilibrium state by going into the atmosphere or by absorbing more carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, as the case may be. So this was all about carbon cycle, and here I end the chapter named photosynthesis. Hope you have understood all the concepts of photosynthesis properly and enjoyed my video lectures. In my upcoming video lecture, I will start with a new unit. Till then, keep watching to the videos of edupediaworld.com. Have a wonderful day ahead.